stars use Lux toilet soap for all-over Lux loveliness. Yes, Hollywood screen stars say there is nothing so refreshing as a Lux soap beauty bath. The fragrant active lather leaves you feeling fresh as daisies, sparkling in the morning dew. The subtle blend of delicate flower-like fragrances in Lux toilet soap make your beauty bath as delightful as blossoms in springtime. The rich, abundant lather of Lux soap leaves your skin feeling satin smooth, soft, like the petals of a rose.
We currently live in a world of empty celebrity culture. But let's not fool ourselves. The power and influence of the famous has been around for a long time. It's just that in years gone by, the celebrities were, for the most part, people of some talent, and movie stars were aspirational and glamorous, mysterious and alluring. If people wanted to look like the stars, then at least the stars were worth looking like. No one understood that more than Lever Brothers, manufacturers of Lux soap, who for many years after its 1925 introduction in the US, would strike deals with just about every female film star to appear in their ads, usually run in movie star magazines, boasting about how they owed everything to this particular soap brand. In 1928, the Thompson Advertising Agency sent bars of Lux to 425 of the biggest actresses in Hollywood. 414 of those then gave the soap their endorsement, allowing the company to claim that 9 out of 10 female movie stars used their product. By 1933, the figures had risen to 686 out of 694 actresses. I wonder who the stubborn holdouts were. The ads would even play on the advancing age of some stars. And by advancing age, we're talking about 40, claiming that they have avoided looking like wizened hags solely by using Lux, which seems both a stretch and an insult. Often, the ads were connected to new movies and even featured male co-stars, with the inference that these eligible men would only be attracted to women who used Lux. Lux would continue to run these celebrity ads for many decades, moving from international movie stars to more localized celebrities.
Here comes Patty Boulay, the glamorous Nigerian singer and international star, for a live television show.
I always thought my beauty would change with Lux. Lux Beauty Soap is so nice and gentle. It keeps my skin soft, smooth, and beautiful.
Let exciting new Lux keep your skin softer and smoother like Patty's.
Sales began to decline in the face of rival brands that Lux no longer stood out from. The brand was dropped by Lever Brothers, now Unilever, in the 1990s. Here, then, are a collection of the classic ads featuring a who's who of celebrities from the golden age of Hollywood. Are your favorite stars included? If you enjoy this sort of thing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment to tell us which of these ads you like most, and which other glamorous advertising campaigns you'd like us to look at in the future.